What's going on? We got Steve-O. I'm Ray. As always, it's Unsolicited Talk Podcast. And it's just a couple dudes doing dude things, gooning, drinking, talking our shit. If you end up finding this and you're in Kick live with us, comment. We'll respond to your comments. It's just meant to be a, call it a group discussion if it gets that far. If not, it's just us bullshitting with each other. So appreciate anybody that does end up jumping in here.
Yep, agreed.
So, but I know we were talking a little bit ago about it being a long or shitty week for you.
Yeah. Been looking forward to this all week for sure. It's kind of the end of the work week blues, sort of a thing to look forward to for sure.
Yeah. What's aside from weather, what was shitty about the week?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it, dude. When you work
That's
outside, that's all you have to know.
Yeah.
That's really it, man. And I grow this whole white trashy shit I got going on my face. The burnt pube thing, right?
I think that's the way you shave it, but whatever.
No, it's just gross and all Joe Dirt like that. But I thought it would help, but it doesn't. It doesn't. My face was still just as frozen when burnt as if I had not had any facial hair. So
when was the last time you were in the elements without facial hair?
In winter-esque elements?
Yeah, for sure.
I would say probably never. I mean, in my youth, obviously. I mean, I wasn't born like this with all this grandiose beauty.
You mean this isn't fucking Benjamin Buttons?
No, it's not like that.
You're not reversing right now?
No.
So, needless to say, it could be helping. You just don't know the difference.
So, theoretically, it could have been way worse. Yes.
Yeah.
All I know is I was friggin' miserable.
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, we're in the great state of Michigan. And, the past week, it's only gotten colder.
Yeah, the wind yesterday was horrible.
Yeah, I don't remember, 12 degrees yesterday or something like that.
Yeah, but I don't even think that was, it was 12 degrees. I think it was 9 where I was working, but that wasn't even including what it was, what the feels like with the wind chill.
Wind chill, yeah. I think it was, I got up and ran 4 miles yesterday outside at 5:30 in the morning, and it was feels like -1 outside.
Yeah, that's still 3 hours before the sun comes up.
I'm echoing again. This is awesome. Loving everything that's going on right now. I don't know what to do.
Experiencing technical difficulties. Stand by one.
For real though.
But it could be worse. It could also be worse. So, was that Mike? China?
I don't know. Guy, am I still echoing, brother? I didn't touch a fucking thing.
Maybe
dude.
To be determined.
Not as bad as the first ep.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. Why does it go from good to not good?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Jazz hands?
Jazz hands.
You can do jazz hands.
Hello. Anyways, I don't know.
Worst case scenario, we'll have a drink. We'll have a good time. Maybe we won't sit here and film for 2.5 hours and get blackout annihilated drunk.
Yeah, I hope not.
Maybe that's just the mic saving us from embarrassment. You never know.
Yeah, this 120 proof will probably kick in pretty soon.
Right, which is having no effect on your mic, by the way. That's something completely different.
Yeah, but it's going to help my mood about the mic. You know what I'm saying? Kai, is this tolerable? Is this whatever? Or is it going to be people aren't going to listen because it echoes too fucking bad? Like the first episode.
First of all, I still like the first episode. If you can muster through it, there's a really good content on there. You just can't get it. There's got to be a way with the way AI and everything is that all the, what do you call them? Subtitles, what are the captions, if you will?
Yeah.
There's got to be a way that whole episode could be captioned somehow.
Yeah. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's people out there that could do it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that guy, pal.
Because we can't fix the one mic thing, there's no way we can do the caption thing.
Well, we've had
well, episode 5, right, is what we're on.
Yes.
1 was fried. 5's beginning to be fried. Okay, so we've had 3 good ones in between.
Yeah.
So we need to figure out what happened to get us to a good episode 2 and what we ended with on 4.
Well, what was the issue we just had was that I didn't blow up the text so that way we could read anybody that jumps in here. Somewhere between me shutting down shop and starting back up tonight, now I'm echoing.
Somehow shot yourself in the foot.
Dude.
Dude.
Never mind. I'm not going to I'm not going to say it.
Hey, it's all good.
Hey, it's all good.
What I will say, though, okay, is regardless of the
mic check 1 2 1 2.
So what's it all about? I've had a really rough week, dude. So this is good.
Yeah,
this is zen. This is a safe space. How does this make you feel, Racy?
Oh, man, I needed a safe space, and this was it. This was it, brother.
That's good.
No, but I guess I don't remember if we talked about this in episode 1, but I will. No, it did it before you shut down, is what Kai said. Okay, well, what? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna roll with it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, like I said, it'll be a little bit shorter. We'll have a good time. My week is ending the way I need it to.
Oh, for sure, without a doubt, hands down. But I don't remember, or I don't think that in episode 1, anybody that may have like listened to the echo, we explained how we got here or why we ended up doing this.
Oh, so we're doing a little recap of what may have been missed.
I mean, I feel like anybody, we're getting, I don't know, there's like 40-ish, somewhere around there, views on YouTube, right? And once again, not doing it for the views, not doing it for trying to become this big podcast and all-star team or anything like that. But for the people that are listening, maybe they will understand more why of like 2 dudes in their fucking midlife crisis decided to jump on a podcast.
Dude, yeah, I'm doing it because I've become a recluse in my older age. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's the whole introvert extrovert thing, right? I'm the guy that's not wanting to go out and do anything, and I'm walking distance from you, dude, and I love you, and we never get to see each other, you know. So the fact that we get to see each other now on a weekly basis, you know, and drink off those, like I said earlier, weekday blues, dude, I'm in.
Weekday blues and podcast air blues, if you
got the mic blues, dude, for sure.
Yeah, it's brought me down a little bone. No, yeah, so it's like, it's that, and we would talk about always getting together, living a mile apart, talking about like, hey, we need to hang out, it's been a while, we need to catch up, whatever, we need to do it more when we would. And like this almost like forces it to happen in a positive way.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does on paper, but when you say it, it makes it maybe not sound as cool, you know, because it's forced. You got to do this. Like when I knew I was coming over here today, it wasn't like, oh shit, man, I gotta put fucking underwear on, dude. I gotta leave the house. It wasn't like that at all. It was like, you know, I get to see my homie, dude, and we're gonna chill, and it's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna walk home all fucking shitty, all tooraloo in the snow and shit. It's gonna be a good time, dude.
Yeah. I'm all for doing this. I told the lady last night that like I'm excited for today. Now that there's been mic issues, I'm fucking annoyed. But aside from
you'll
that,
get over it.
Yeah, when we're on to number 6 and I don't have the mic issues. The part that annoys me more than anything is like we do the precursor mic checks every episode besides the first one. Since the first one we do the precursor checks, and like still we're here, you know. But regardless, whatever, it is what it is. But Kai bets that it's the mic. I'm sure it is, but why didn't it do it the last 3 episodes? I haven't changed anything. I'm done talking about the mic. Done. I'm done talking about the mic.
So this is what's gonna happen. Okay. Let Daddy take the steering wheel for a second, okay?
But I wasn't done.
That's fine.
All right, go ahead.
That's part of being Daddy. Okay.
Oh,
I need you to just know that just from like your technical days of when we work together, I knows what I'm talking about. It's a process of elimination. Okay. We're going to change something and see if something changes. Right.
Yeah.
So that definitely wasn't me this time, by the way. We're going to change something. We're going to see if something changes. Okay. We're just going to swap mics. No big deal. Unless you believe it's something software related, we can try that too. But we'll get it fixed. It's not a big deal.
There are times you're not echoing. When you said, I'm done talking about the mic, no echo.
So basically, the universe is saying if you would stop being a little bitch.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's how loud I'm talking. Maybe I turn this little dial down and it doesn't.
Maybe.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Could be.
Whatever.
Could be.
But we're... Whatever. Anyways, so what I'm saying is, for getting together, like, this is just something we've always had the conversations. You missed. You weren't looking at your fingers and you missed touching them. Yeah, we're just, it's to get together and have a drink, talk our shit, and then, like, we felt people, not everybody, but people would like to jump in our conversations.
Like-minded individuals. Ultimately, the eons in which we've had convos together, right?
Yes.
And we've had some bangers, dude. Some doozy conversations together. I know that there have been times, usually by the fire type moments, you know what I mean, down south or whatever, dude, where we're just really having a good night, and we've had these. I don't want to say epic because epic's so blowed out, dude. It's lost its luster in terms of like putting an emphasis on something. But I'll say it anyways. What the hell? We've had some epic conversations where it's like, dude, man, I wish we could fucking go back and watch that again. You know what I mean? That conversation we had. And then it's like, well, it'd be cool if somebody else watched it too. You know, they'd have had a blast. And that's ultimately, again, what it is. Like, regardless, like if this is swung out of the way and this wasn't here right now, I'd still want to be having this drink and having this conversation.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
We just happen to have, you know, this whole apparatus right here.
Yeah. Every time you do that, you make my mic bounce.
That's the echo.
It's you. It's not me.
Echo.
It's you.
It's the echo.
It's you.
All right. I'm completely hands-free from here on out.
Yeah, we'll
Guilty
see.
as charged.
We'll see. Kai said our IT guy just, guy saw paint line on the paper, lower tone as low. It's an HP, so told him to change tone. Or, oh, this is.
So it's a Hewlett-Packard copy.
Yeah, he's talking about printer stuff.
Sounds like it.
To be honest, told you it wouldn't take long, dude.
Told him to change. Yeah, he said tone. He meant toner. Since the drum probably went bad. Nice. You're welcome, by the way. If you start billing for that, let me get my residuals. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah. And I guess
my life down the drain, by the way.
I'm gonna let the people know. This is how fluid or how easy the conversation is with us. We jump in here. I get mics and everything, camera set up. We may or may not have a drink beforehand, depending on the night. And we bullshit the whole time. So then we jump into camera and it just is a fluid motion, if you will, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of fluid, if I may. So we prefaced it with how I'm old.
Very.
Well, you prefaced with midlife crisis, but I'm, what is it, 10? Is it 10 years?
10 years, yeah.
I'm old as dirt, dude. Anyways, more of the story, bro, is when we're drinking, you know, when we're doing the bourbon and lax, you know what I mean? Master P shit, you know what I'm talking about?
See what you're doing here?
Hey, I need you to just calm down. It's in my face. I have to touch it.
Oh, is that how it works?
That is how it works.
That's how you get consent.
Hit me up later, bro. So like when I'm drinking bourbon, whether we're drinking together, I'm drinking at the crib, whatever.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. Like everything's normal. Something about drinking beer, let alone drinking IPAs. It's the water works with the bladder, dude. Like, yeah. I didn't realize it, dude, until last episode.
For real.
And it was just like, you called me out, bro. And you're like, you know, you need to, I don't remember what you said, something about a sippy or something for my cup. You're going to drink that or whatever. And I'm just like, bro, it's been hitting me for a minute. And dude, we went on for another like hour after that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, in full disclosure, we took care of all bathroom essentials.
Yeah.
Prior to episode 5.
Yeah. If that happens now, it's an us problem, right? Not the alcohol
it's
problem.
I'm old problem, and I'm gonna need a diaper.
Dude, so you use the bathroom up here when we cut out last episode. And I went downstairs, and dude, I had a hunch over the whole time because my bladder hurt so bad. Like I couldn't stand up straight to go down the stairs. I was like holding onto the railing, hunched over.
That's not
and
good.
Like creeping downstairs.
That's
and
not
like
good.
Even when I started taking a piss, like as the pressure released, I could like start to stand up straight again. I was like, this is what it's like.
That's brutal.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, won't be doing that again.
So there will be another. Hold on, mic movages.
No, yours is fine. You can move it all you want. But when I'm talking, just don't touch it.
Silencio.
Maybe it's not the issue.
I guarantee you that's not the issue. But if that makes you feel better, we're going to go with that. It does,
because you make this thing bounce like
yes,
water
I do.
bed, dude.
Yes, I do.
Weirdo.
We know now moving forward, because there will be another IPA sitting here at some point.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I already know what it's going to be, dude. It's going to be those big old, which I wasn't supposed to, but I dug into the ones at my house.
You son of a bitch.
I've had them before, though, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, I have too. However,
but listen.
All right, go ahead. Then I'll tell you my thing.
If we're doing those here,
yeah,
it's going to be a rough episode because them things bang, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize how much.
Yeah.
But dude, they bang. I don't know if it's the fact that they're 16 ounces, so I'm drinking more than what I think I'm drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's, I've only had 2. Well, no, you haven't had just 2. You technically had about almost 3 of the sumbitches already. You know what I mean? I know that's not proper math, but I'm old, so I'm going to go with it. It's dementia. But dude, they're 10%ers, dude, and yeah, they hit. They bang.
Yeah, no, for last night, I was like, I'm going to have some beer.
You wanted one.
Well, hold on. I'm going to have some beer. The old lady had some wine, and I was like, hey, let me get a beer. She brought me one of the cans. And I was like, nah, put it back. That's for the show. And I had Fat Tire, which is still good beer. Respectable.
Respect, though, for saying no and having discipline.
Discipline, not to the beer, to the specific type of beer. Yeah. But knowing that you had that, like I would have drank that and replenished it.
Oh, so I don't know where to get those around here in a 16-ounce can. Let alone just that particular one I haven't seen around here. Which I don't mind driving the 45 minutes out and the 45 minutes back to go get it because they got good bourbon selection out there anyways.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, when we go to do this, like I'm going to get mad hydrated before the show, dude. Everything, dude. You know what I mean? Like electrolytes are going in. I'm going to get ready because I'm not saying it's Hoptronics level, but I'm kind of saying it might be Hoptronics level. You know what I'm saying?
It's that good.
I got pretty mugged up.
Okay. Did you have the 16-ounce cans at your house too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Because I bought 3 4-packs. How many did I bring here?
1.
So I have 1 unopened at the crib and 1 done at the crib then.
Yeah, and then 1 here.
Yep.
So, Kai said he wants to move back to Florida, or you move back to Florida. You can start a printer guy's company.
I spent a third of my life doing that. Because I'm tight. And I'm telling you, we're not going to hash that out right now. That's for a whole nother, that's for the Patreon. Okay? Yes. If I need to delve into that. Motherfuckers is paying money. But no, man, I can't deal with the Florida sun, the Florida heat. Hell, I can't deal with the Michigan cold anymore. Although
you need to find a state that is just fall weather.
I want West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Dude, when we drove down to South Carolina and we took the non-I-75 way and we took that weird whatever way. I don't even remember.
With the mountains and shit.
Yeah, dude, it was, and like going through the tunnels through the mountains and all that shit. Dude, it was fucking wild. But I don't remember if it's like the tail end of West Virginia and then the beginning of Virginia or the vice versa portion of that. I don't fucking have a fucking map in front of me. I don't remember how it all works. But anyways, more of the story is there's a spot there, dude, where it's like, it's almost everything's just recessed. You know what I mean? And like even the clouds can't get out. And it's just this like heavy fog all the time, dude. Or at least that's what it looked like when I drove through there, given it's probably not like that all the time.
Probably not.
But I'm like, man, the temperature's great, dude. It's like fucking, I don't have to worry about the sun. There's overcast and shit, you know, because me and the sun don't get along.
They still get winter there.
They don't get it like we get it here.
I think they get the cold.
And they don't get Florida sun and heat.
They don't get
humidity.
the heat. They don't get the snow.
So there is no perfect place. That's not going to happen.
Real quick, Kai said, "What the fuck is Hoptronics level beer?" You're just gonna have to wait and see when we.
Oh, so
you can't tell them.
Yeah, you can't manufacture Inspirato, dog. It's like you can't. I don't know how to properly preface what Hoptronics. Let me put it this way: I know how to preface what Hoptronics is. Okay.
Okay.
Hoptronics is so good. Nay, was so good. That the manufacturer had to just yoke it back, dude.
It makes me.
It was too much.
Makes me. I don't want to say nervous because I would still drink it if I knew, but it had to be like the original Coca-Cola formula where they actually put
the
cocaina in it. You know what I mean? Hoptronics had to have something in it that they're like, we got to pull this shit off the shelf.
So I don't know if it's like. So I'd have to get on New Holland's website or whatever. I don't know what it says that the ABV is on it. Maybe it's like a 9.7 or something, 9.4. Maybe it is a 10. I have no idea. But I'm thinking for however long it was being bottled and being distributed, and being consumed, right? I'm thinking maybe it was brewed a little more potent than what it actually claimed. I mean, auto manufacturers used to do that back in the day. They would say that, you know, here's the specs to get by the EPA and everything else, but it was actually more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but why wouldn't they just put the...
Well, because I think if you end up drinking too many of them, you could do something dumb like drive the wrong way down a road, or, you know, God knows what you could do.
I mean, you don't need Hoptronics to do that, but
you don't.
It's definitely a factor in some people's lives.
Dude, you never know. And see, that's just it, dude. Like with good crunk juice, you never know what the outcome's going to be, dude.
Yeah.
Never.
Kai singing on there. I'm not going to go ahead and repeat that. I assume that's him singing. I don't know. He put it all in caps.
It says, well, first of all, that's not West. That's WEDT.
Wed.
That's that West Virginia, Blue Mountain, Shenandoah River. I think that's how that goes.
He said, better text me the beer so I can try to have it for you next episode.
Oh, is he talking about for the one that I say is pretty banging?
You took the question out of context, which is okay. But he's asking what that beer is.
Was he asking me or axing me?
Asking.
Okay, what's he asking?
He's asking what the beer is, but we'll text him because he wants to have the beer handy when we do the next episode or the episode with him.
The ones you have here that you did not partake in. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No. But he wants to know what it is. And that's why I said, don't say it.
So we'll keep it on the DL, so it's a surprise.
No. We can text him. But if we say it now, what's the purpose of having it? Anyways, we'll tell you, Kai. Just not at the moment.
All right. So, if I can sort of like talk about a little something real quick, because I know you got something you want to ask me.
Ask or axe?
Axe isn't like the
body spray.
Which, by the way, dude, that shit's so overbearing and powerful. You'll never catch me wearing that shit.
Just Axe in general, or like that style of
all
deodorant?
Their products,
like Axe, but like, are you talking about Old Spice too?
Axing you anything? No, I love Old Spice.
All right, so just Axe the product.
Yes.
In a hole, anything they have.
In a hole, in a square, in a triangle. I really don't care.
What about a circle?
It's a circle.
Have you? It's a circle. Have you seen the video?
Schmalentine.
Have you seen the video of like he's got the kid's toy and it has different shapes on it? It's got a square, a rectangle, a triangle, a circle, and oval, like rainbow shape. This is my rainbow shape. And he's like, "Oh, a square. Where does it go? In the square." And then he pulls out a rectangle. Where's it go? Square. Then he takes the circle and he's like, where does this go? And then it fits in the square, and he's like, the square. And all of the pieces fit in the square, so that you can literally just put all the pieces in the square.
And no, I have not seen that.
Yeah.
Is this like a YouTube short or something?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think I saw it on Instagram. And then people like react to it and they're like, oh, that goes in the circle. And then the guy's like, correct, the square, and puts it in the square.
And I need to get out more.
Yeah, the only time you get out is working here. So
you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Anyways,
if you need to find me, odds are I'm gaming. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
no.
Did you get Arc Raiders?
Hey, even the doc's getting fed up with Arc Raiders. Come on. No, I have not gotten it yet.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's part of the persona. I know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's clickbait. It is what it is.
It's clickbait, and probably because he's like the 2-time is a 2-time for a reason, because he was good at the games he played.
He was never the 3-time. Are you talking smoke about the boy right now?
I'm just saying.
Are we?
There's probably people better at Arc Raiders than him, and he's getting frustrated.
But no. All I was gonna say is, I mean, we're obviously not partaking in the IP Izzles today.
Yeah.
Today I decided to bring something by that I've had sitting on the shelf for a hot minute. So this particular Rebel that I have, I've probably been sitting on this for probably a year, dude. I probably purchased this a year ago. I got it from, hell, it's on the bottle. Check cam 2, you'll see it. You might have to zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, quality's not that great. Whatever.
Check it out. Put in your cart on Amazon. It is what it is. But no, man, it's what is it? 120 proof.
Yep.
About a $75 bottle. Ray and I were talking about this pre-show. We had partook, if you will, the holiday in partooketh in thy beverageth.
Yeah.
Right. I think it was episode 2. I think right where we had that.
Yeah, I think so.
Could have been.
Yeah.
I don't remember. No, fuck, that was 1, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah, it had to have been, dude. What did we drink? It had to have been that.
Well, we had Holiday.
We had the Jack Daniels single barrel.
And then we had Crown.
The Heritage.
Then we had IPAs. Yeah, it had to be
had
one,
to have been, dude.
Had to be
one.
one.
So the Holiday is dangerously good and effective. And it's a $60 bottle. Now, I would rather spend the 60, save the $15 and not get this particular Rebel. Rebel's great. I talked to you before about another store pick of this cask strength Rebel. I forget what the year is on this. I don't know if it's 7-year or what it is. It may not even say. I don't recall. But there's one called Brown Betty, and it's from International Beverage.
Roll back, Betty.
And dude, it's complete fire. I've got one left. I've ever bought 3 or 4 of them from the same outlet, obviously, because that's how you get these store picks.
Yep.
And I've got one left, and I just refuse to open it because I know once it's gone, it's gone. I'll never get it again. And I will say that it's going to do the job. But as far as, all the way through, dude, from the mouthfeel to, everything on the back end, it wouldn't be one of my. First of all, I need you to calm down,
brother. You just put mouthfeel and back end in the same sentence, dude. I gotta recompose myself for a second.
That's fine. Readjust, yeah, dude. Make some room. It wasn't $70 wasted by any means.
No, it's good.
Yeah, but it's not holiday good.
It's not. I would choose the cheaper option, not because it's cheaper. But I think it does relatively the same job with honestly better taste.
Yeah, if you were to do the yellow legal pad with the pros and the cons, I mean that's the winner, clear as day, dude, 100%. But again, one of the other things that we discussed pre-show, you know what I mean, because we were just bullshitting before we turned these things on. Buying bourbon is kind of like buying firearms, like. you've seen a YouTube video on it. Somebody did a review or something, which you see bourbon guys all day long on YouTube talking about, this bottle or that bottle. And you're like, man, I got to look for that at my store,
Yeah.
Same goes with if you're looking at firearms online, the next best thing that came to market or whatever the case is, dude, you go, you find it, you drop the money on it, and it's either, yes, this is the shit, or it's, damn, this is shit.
Yeah.
And now you have it. It is what it is, and I have,
like if you were to buy a High Point, you'd be like, damn, I'm disappointed.
I'm glad you didn't throw Canic under the bus on that. I thought it was coming just so that you could burn me and Kai all in one.
There was, but then like for whatever reason that popped into my brain.
Dude, High Point's always going to get the short end of the stick.
Yeah,
sadly.
for sure.
But no, I mean, when it comes to store picks, that's where it's crazy, because you're never going to know what you're going to get, and that's kind of the excitement when you get those.
But this would be, if like we're comparing it to like if you were to purchase it, this would be something you would still pull out of the closet and use.
Yeah. Right? So yeah,
it's just not like your
the gun analogy. Yeah, this would not be. This is one that I'd pull out to the range, dude, and and mess around with.
It'd be fun to mess around with it.
100%. Yeah. Am I gonna hear a little clankety clank, bangity bang in the middle of the night? Am I gonna go for this one? Nope. Absolutely not. Do I got a company buying? I don't care how it's treated. Yeah, I'm gonna pull her out.
Yeah, dude,
for sure.
Try and do was that 21 Drum Street? Throw it in the air, catch it.
Yeah,
shoot it.
Or like we talked about in another episode. I remember which one it was. Where you do the whole ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding.
Yeah.
And then get it.
Yeah. Kai said that he got the Xbox ROG Ally X. I know this is jumping off shit from what you talked about, but I don't want to dismiss Kai because he's in here all the time.
So I thought ROG was Asus.
Dude, you're talking to the wrong fucking guy.
Because I know Steven has an Asus ROG. Like, he's got a bunch of ROG stuff.
That's ROG is ROG, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
yeah, I thought that was Asus. Maybe there's a
what that is though, right?
The
ROG. No. It's the handheld.
So
Xbox portable.
Steven's got a Asus ROG, and it's a big handheld thing.
So it is Asus. So they make the Xbox version.
They partner with Xbox. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So his Kai's probably just has an Xbox logo on it. Perhaps.
It's a Xbox version.
Okay.
Right. So
does that mean the button layout's all goofy then? Because I know how you aliens are when it comes to that.
So here's the deal. I'm not, like, I like to play video games, but I'm not a big gamer guy.
And you're not any good at it. Copy.
Well, depends. You're afraid to go away from Warzone.
Well, first of all
right.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
He said simplified and same layout.
Okay.
So it's the same layout.
Are we fixing to have like a 1v1 me bro moment? Because you don't want the smoke, dude.
In Warzone? Dude, I give you Warzone. Let's choose any other game.
She's like, anything else.
Anything else,
He's
dude.
like, let's go all the way back to Halo, whatever. Doesn't
Halo,
matter.
Time Splitter. Like,
no. You cannot. I was doing Time Splitters before you ever did Time Splitters.
Correct. I don't disagree. I don't. When was the last time you played it?
Florida.
Okay, brother, I have it on my PlayStation.
Did you just brother me again?
Brother. Dude.
How'd you get it on PlayStation?
Dude, you can play PlayStation 2. Just search it, and it was like.
Oh, you mean on
$3.
like the online PlayStation store?
Yeah.
Really? I can get Time Splitters on my PS5?
Yes.
No
but
shit. Well, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you can get it on your PS5. It's just like you can't play online because it was never an online game. But yeah,
that's a sweet game.
That's the first game I bought on here to play with Lincoln. Mm-hmm. So,
does he like it?
Yes, but it's a little still complicated for him. He likes the idea of it, but he gets frustrated because like he runs and dies.
Right, but if he were a little bit older,
yeah,
and a little more well versed in that type of format,
for sure.
The graphics are ass though.
Oh, dude, so terrible, so fucking terrible. But one game he does like, and he's not great at, being that he's 5, is Halo. So I got on my PC, I got Halo, whatever. And I let him play it, and he loves playing it. He asks me all the time, can I play Halo on the PC? I would say most of the time he asks, I say yes. However, I've had issues with him at school playing even finger guns with kids at school and like pretending
that
to
never used to be a thing back in the day, dude.
Yeah, and like I think about it growing up, like we used to play cops and robbers, and we get like sticks for guns and stuff like that. Like it's always been a thing, but like how it's been incorporated past whatever. So I told him like, dude, we're taking a break from it.
Right.
Like he's got for Christmas, Santa brought him a PlayStation. He's got Spider-Man on it. He's got what's that robot game that comes with PlayStation?
Oh, it comes default on the PlayStation thing. Yeah,
he's got that.
So I don't mind bringing it by. Remember that Transformers one that he was playing at my crib?
Yeah.
He would keep asking for help periodically.
Yeah.
And then he would get it or whatever. I think honestly, if he spent more time on it, he'd probably really enjoy and get really good at it. I don't mind bringing it by.
I would appreciate that because like
it's a great game. Steven loved it.
Spider-Man has turned into me playing Spider-Man and him just watching, and then like when the fight scene is over, like he just wants to like free roam.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know. Anyways.
So needless to say, there's no Grand Theft Auto in his future or anything like that.
Not as of yet, no.
So the wife made me take away Steven's Grand Theft Auto back in the day.
Yeah.
She's like, no. I mean, you're driving around, picking up hookers. Like, it's not
doing your
game.
business, killing them to get your money back.
Yeah. Dude, it's not a good game. It's not a good game at all.
It's not. But like, it's hard to compare. Life is so much different now, and I won't give my kids Grand Theft Auto, so don't get it twisted. But like growing up, we played Grand Theft Auto. We listened to rap music. Like we played finger guns or like stick guns. Like we did all that shit. And like I look at myself and I'm like, I turned out okay, right? Like I'm doing all right for myself. But the time's different. I don't know what my actions were at 5 years old if my mom had to have these conversations with me. But either way, we're putting a pause on that shit. If he can rationalize with Transformers, I'm good with that.
Yeah, well, like I will say that video games today are they've definitely progressed in a way that I don't even know if they could have foreseen back then, man. But like when I was playing games back in the day, I mean, I'm playing like Duck Hunt and Excitebike and Contra, Castlevania, all the classics on, the first Nintendo and shit like that. And I mean, obviously it progressed. We had Sega Genesis and all that other stuff, dude. And I mean, Sonic's a great game. I'm sure sure Sonic's still available somehow through some platform.
You can get on the PlayStation.
Or dude, Mario Kart? Are you kidding me? Mario Kart is one of the best.
So I still have games. My N64.
Okay.
And I have Mario Kart on the Switch.
Yeah, Mario Kart's a banger, dude. That's hours and hours of fun. For sure. So basically, I guess what I'm saying though is it's like back in the day, there weren't the kind of games, and I don't mean just graphic intensive and the way the movement is and just the immersiveness. I think that's a word of the game. It's the content of the game has changed, right? So there's some pretty vulgar, shitty content in games these days. Whereas back then, were there violence in games? Yeah, I mean you're killing monsters and these weird things that don't really exist in human life. You know what I mean? Like you're playing Legends of Zelda or some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or playing the Ninja Turtles game or whatever the case is. Like there were battles. There were fights, if you will. But it wasn't the I'm driving around hitting the strip club picking up hookers. You know what I mean? And like just running over random citizens on the road in Grand Theft Auto, for instance. So it's definitely changed quite a bit.
That was your life. Like,
oh, dude, in the 80s? 80s were bomb, dude.
80s. Fuck.
80s, baby, all day.
But Kai will remember this. Like, Kai, Roger, myself. Roger owned Grand Theft Auto. And like when we were younger.
Oh, we're probably talking San Andreas too, ain't we?
Nah, 3.
Oh, dude, is that the one? Is 3 the one where it was all like aerial view?
Yes.
I hated that one.
But we would play, and like we would take turns between the 3 of us, and it was like the only goal was like who could get to the highest star of cops.
Yeah.
And then like who could last the longest, right? Because when you get to 5-star, like you're fucked, right? That was how we played. So like it has changed, but like I still grew up in that realm, I guess you could say. So I don't know. Either way, I'm not letting my kid play the game because it's definitely more graphic, it's definitely more explicit, and
yeah.
If he's playing Halo and those other shooting style games, he's probably going to hook onto Grand Theft Auto in a way I don't want him to.
Oh, I mean, if your kid is old enough, like if we're talking a 15-year-old kid versus a 5-year-old kid, for instance,
sure,
right? If your kid has been raised in such a way to where they know the unequivocal fucking wrong from right.
It's a big word.
You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me to spell the some bitch.
All right, cool.
Okay, I'll spell some bitch.
All right.
Yeah. SUM bitch.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. You know, there's if they know the basics, you know what I mean, and they've been taught well growing up, and they've, you know, had a good demeanor about themselves for, you know, that whole time, you know when they're ready to be able to, you know, handle what that game brings to the table.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's a part of the brain that can compartmentalize. Say that word for me.
Compartmentalize.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I thought you were gonna say carpal tunnel.
No,
for a second. You can't get that from video games though, so that's a side thing.
Yeah, that's like when they can start adapting that part of the brain. That's when I think it's okay. But they're not there yet.
Yeah, to be able to separate reality from whatever, good from bad, right from wrong.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
Kai said might have actually been GTA 3, so I think he's partially. Wait, oh no,
he said 3.
He said Vice City, then actually been GTA 3, and that's what I partially listening to us. That's okay, I understand, but that's what I said. GTA 3.
That's fair.
Yeah, we played GTA 3 with Roger because he had it. Then he got Vice City, and that Vice City is where it became a first person.
Which one is San Andreas then?
San Andreas is after Vice City.
Okay, because that one's a banger.
Dude, that one slapped. So, fun fact, I think you've met Brian. Met him in middle school. It was the time my mom moved to the townhomes.
It's not ringing a bell. Let me be honest with you. Not ringing a bell.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. You and Nika,
the
missus, were a thing.
My baby mama drama.
It was a couple houses after where you and Nika met. But anyways, we moved to the townhouses, but I lived with Dad in the city.
The author?
The author, yeah. I lived with the author in the city. But it was back still when we had phone books. And Brian found the house phone in the phone book and gave me a call. And then he asked me if I had San Andreas. And I was like, yeah, dude. And he asked for help on a mission or whatever the case was. And that's how we fucking became boys. And I was like, oh, where do you live? And he's like, oh, I live at this intersection. And it was literally the same road that Mom had moved to. So it was a 1.5, 2-minute walk to his house. And yeah, we became boys after that.
Now, if that would have happened at this day and age, though.
Yeah, isn't junior high middle school, Kai?
It is.
Right? Okay. Because he said, I thought you met Brian in
But the way y'all met, though, that's like some today's day and age. And they're like some catfish and shit. Like, you're going to get like predated or whatever.
You do that like you're being
because they use games for that shit now.
Nowadays, yeah.
That's some wild shit.
Like Roblox.
Dude, I've been seeing shit online about that. That's fucking wild, dude.
I heard something even more wild than what I thought. Because, like, I thought, like, Predator-style shit was on Roblox, which it is. That is a thing. But I heard, like, demon shit.
Well, they had a whole thing on the Sean Ryan about that.
That's where I heard it.
Yeah.
My buddy, well, I didn't hear it on Sean Ryan. My buddy asked me about listening to Sean Ryan, and I haven't, but he told me the whole Sean Ryan stuff. So if you're curious about Roblox and video games and how people are doing stuff, listen to Sean Ryan, because apparently he speaks on all that, but that shit's wild.
Yeah.
So
that guy, I don't mean to jump ship on the gaming thing here on you real quick, but
Can I just interject before you say what you say?
Don't forget.
Because
you're gonna have the ice cube up here in a minute anyway.
Yeah, you got the cubes by you. The only thing I'm gonna say is like video game related. You and I are not the professionals.
No, dude, I know of someone.
Do you know who it is?
Refresh my
memory.
I feel a shout out coming.
Do you know who it is?
Only if you can use your what's that fucking YouTube channel where they do all the fucking the things on the movies or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Auto-tune.
Let me hear your best auto-tune.
No, I don't have auto-tune.
Unqualified?
Since you don't
Unqualified?
Unqualified, yeah. Do you know the second half?
Gamers?
Oh, unqualified gamers, yeah. Anyways, if you guys are looking for, you see this video, this clip, whatever you're looking for, shit related to video games, go to Unqualified Gamers Podcast. They got all that shit for you. We're just two dudes talking shit about shit we don't know. So
I will never say that I know anything about anything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some shit though.
Dude,
but not most.
I'm a jack of all trades and master of none. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, you're a master. Hater.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, aren't we all?
This is true. So let me ask my question. First of all, you still owe me, by the way. You owe me an opening question. That never happened.
It hasn't happened because the conversation has just went.
It's transcended that?
I haven't jumped ship from that.
Well, let me ask my question before I forget then.
I need a cube, but go ahead.
The cube's there halfway in the middle.
This motherfucker.
So, listen to me real quick. I don't want to lose my train of thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we were talking about the robo pederasses, right?
You want me to
stuff like that?
Yours?
Hit me.
Dude, I'm going to finger your cube so good.
Is it the business hand? Please tell me it's the business hand.
I'm ambidextrous, so
it's always
they're
the
both
business.
the business hand.
So I have my own views on this, okay? And I'm not going to delve into it too graphically.
Isn't that twice you've used that word this episode?
Which one?
Delve.
Delve? Can you spell it?
Once again, can't spell it, but I can spell some bitch.
Some bitch. Whoa! That's a $75 bottle, bro. Go easy. Go to the top of the cube.
The leaning cube.
I'm just messing. So what are your views on this scenario? Okay. We already know that a lot of states have a horrible catch and release going on. And sadly, you see where, people have had 10, 20, 30 arrests, you know what I mean? And there they go again, back out into back out into Gen Pop, just out there with Teabag, living the dream,
Theodore, man.
Theodore out there with Donna Bruzzi and the rest, dude,
Yeah.
But let's say somebody has, there's undeniable proof of one's guilt. Okay. Undeniable. What are your thoughts on like vigilante justice? Especially when it comes to like the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, isn't it? Because you can understand like why a father would want to do something.
Yeah.
For instance, you know what I mean? But at the same rate, I mean, you got to trust the system. So it's really tough.
I will say this. Whatever or wherever you're at, you do your job, and then you hope the people following do their job.
The reason I bring this question up is because I seen this, obviously it was on YouTube, I'm sure. There was a video about an inmate.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing this interview with a reporter, and he was talking about he killed like 3 people since he's been in, and everybody he killed was convicted pederast, right?
Okay.
And some of them were repeat offenders, and he was in there and he was talking. He's like, yeah, I'm doing God's will and this, that, and the other thing. You know what I mean? Because apparently it talks in the Bible about consequences and repercussions for hurting children or some such shit or whatever the case is. And he feels like he's doing what's right, and he's like, I'm fucking stuck in here for the rest of my fucking life anyways. I might as well fucking not let these guys end up back on the street, because they don't have life sentences. They're gonna get out.
Yeah.
And he's like, if they end up in my prison, they're not getting fucking out. Now, I know that's not necessarily vigilante justice, because that usually comes from your average Joe Blow citizen who's not incarcerated. But it's because of that episode that I had seen that made me think about, as a dad, for all of the victims that are out there, I'm surprised there's not more of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm really surprised there's not more of it.
Yeah, but I'm going to say this up front, like when I say this, I'm not condoning shit. I'm not saying shit's okay.
And I'm not condoning anything either.
Yep. I'm just simply stating the way at least the nation is like, could the fathers do something about it? I saw a video and an interview of a guy that was like, how did he pick his victims? And he picked his victims based off of how the dad looked.
Really?
Yeah. And if the dad looked sloppy, overweight, couldn't protect shit, like, that's his victim. If the dad
that makes sense.
If the dad looked put together, that wasn't his victim. And like, I'll be damned if like they don't look at me and say, I'm not gonna attempt that fucking guy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm fucking huge or I look athletic, but at a minimum, if they do fuck around, as the scale goes, they're gonna find out.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
At a minimum, you got a good dunk for sure.
Yeah, dude.
My boy
squats for days. Yeah. It's the most important exercise you could do, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. So I think that like that plays a part into it as well, as far as like how the nation is in a whole and how we're trending as a whole of like, is
this coming down to like obesity and just
dude,
the demasculation of what like, have you?
I mean, this was older, so it wasn't so much about the demasculation part of it. But yeah, like being fat and out of shape and like, dude, you run half a city block and you're out of breath. Like all of those factors play part. Present, yeah. So like that's how those things got like factored into his mindset. So before then, I always told myself like I was going to take care of myself and be able to take care of them. But like after I heard that, I was like, that's always a driving force too. You know what I mean? And now it's way different.
Luckily for you though, even before you were a dad, I mean, dude, you were constantly doing something physical, constantly running, constantly trying to better yourself. So I don't want to say a simple transition, but a comfortable transition in terms of, you going from non-fatherhood to fatherhood and needing to stay physical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And that transition, like you said, it was easy transition, but that was definitely still is to this day a motivation. You know what I mean? And there's times that I'm like, I don't feel like getting into the gym. And there's times I miss the gym. Like I didn't go to the gym today. Like,
did you like pen it a little note? I miss you, little hearts and little bubbles and stuff.
Yeah, stick it on the mirror in the gym, and when I come back, like, anyways, yeah. So there's times I miss, but overall, like sometimes I think about that shit, and I'm like, yep, like we need to make sure we're maintaining. So, but don't be that guy, pal. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that guy. Your little flock has left the nest. You ain't got to worry about that in the essence of he's a man, but you're always going to worry about that.
No, but I should still aspire to, though. You know what I mean? Everybody should always aspire to be better.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Not everybody is the author's biggest fan.
Are you speaking about the author?
The author.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you spitting some fire from him?
Not from him.
Okay.
But about him.
Listen,
right? The dude's almost 70 years old.
And it is a long fall out of an F-150.
Long fall from an F-150 that is
lifted on 33s.
Lifted, I think it was 7.5, 8 inches up, right? Like, we're talking a very extensive lift. Almost 70 years old, falls out of that bitch, falls on his ass.
Pops right back up.
Pops right back up, dude. Pops right back up. Always in the gym or, hitting me up. What can I do to, like, I'm not lifting heavy anymore in my age. Like, and like, it's not about lifting heavy. It's about like maintaining movement of all of your muscles, right?
Yeah,
like,
just do something. Movement, period.
Do something, right? And like, you catch people in their early 60s walking with canes and walking with walkers and stuff, So shout out to him, dude, for staying active and staying in it. Still working to this day. Like, he's got retirement. But he's still working, still doing his thing. So there's something to be said about like being able to maintain some sort of physical appearance, right? Like, I don't think he's beating everybody's ass out there. Don't get me twisted, but
yeah, it's part of it too. Is I think everybody needs some sort of purpose and drive.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
and I've been fighting lately, in all open honesty, whatever. I've been fighting, trying to find my purpose. You know what I mean? I mean, where I'm at in life. Yeah. I mean, all I've ever known is, raising a family, and now that my kid's a man and no longer in the house, it's like, hello, like, what, I'm just I don't know, what am I doing anymore? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I need to find who I am again.
Yeah.
Because I've always been dad, and I know I still am dad.
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm not dad in that I need you, dad, anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we've had the talk of like, you're still I need you, dad.
Right? Yeah, it's just different.
It's different. But there's like a silence to that aspect in which, like, he will look at you, right? And as as age is creeping up on you.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I'm like the fucking Grim Reaper over here.
Right. Is he? Oh, what up, my boy? I don't know. It's low pro something. But
looking like a ghost man up there with the shades, though.
Yeah, dude, I like it. I actually like it a lot.
Doing the bowl dance, feeling the flow.
Too bad this light wasn't bright enough to tint your glasses, because you could be matching.
Dude,
white as shit. Don't even get me started on
these fucking glasses, dude.
Yeah, dude. What's up, dude? Thanks for dropping in.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
But what I'm saying is, even the silent, it's not an actual talk, but the silence between it, like seeing how you work and progress where you're at to moving forward, right? Like, so if you are at your age and you're continuously working out and grinding and like staying fit and strong, like that speaks volumes too.
Right. So what you're saying with the workout, though, it's not like 1 chip, 2 chip, that those aren't reps.
They're reps in a different fashion. You know what I mean?
So instead of it's not 1 chip, 2 chip, it's 1 pound. 2 pound is technically what I'm doing.
I hope you're not eating by the pound, brother.
Dude, sometimes I feel like it.
Each bite by the pound, bro. Right,
so are we? This is the safe space, dude. Everything's on the table. Everything's on the table right now, dude. Even that cask strength Rebel that's chilling there right now, looking about
currently on the table.
Gizzy.
Currently on the table.
It is currently there. Yes. So, in full disclosure, I told you I was gonna only drink on podcast days.
Yeah.
Fail.
Yeah. I told you I failed.
Dude, I've been drinking all week long, dude. I've had a drink every single day.
I haven't done that. I drank last night. And the amount of fucking hours I've been working, I haven't read 10 pages a night.
So since January,
because like I'm waking up at 4:00 in the morning, I'm going to bed at 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night.
When January started, right? Yeah. You're gonna do this 10 page a day thing.
Mm-hmm.
How many pages in are we? And we're halfway through the month. It's the 16th.
Yeah. I'll say this.
Did you carry the one up there?
I'm 12 pages in to the book I started.
Okay, so you're almost a page a day.
Almost a page a day. But I've also been reading other shit for work.
I get that.
Which it doesn't constitute towards out of work, right? Because we talked about exercising an hour out of work schedule, even if it constitutes as walking, like you got to walk outside of work. So like I've read past that and I've been typing up lesson plans and shit like that. So I've done a lot of reading, more than I normally do. It's just not in the fashion that I planned.
But even if it wasn't work, even at your almost a page a day, it's still almost a page a day more than you normally would. So it's still a dub.
It's more than I've done. It's
a rep's a rep, bro. Is all I'm saying.
A rep is a rep. Like we made it in. So I got to carry on with that. I took my book to work, so that way, like if I had downtime, I could read. I didn't have downtime, dude. It was
so while you were on your 4 or 5 mile run or whatever it was at 5 o'clock in the morning in 9-degree weather with 20-degree winds, you couldn't just flip the page and just keep running,
dude. No,
dude, multitask, bro. Come on,
not.
You're not setting a good precedence here.
I had my phone. I should have just put on a podcast and been like, dude, this is reading, right?
Which podcast would you have put on?
Oh man, honestly,
there's so many.
Dude, every morning I go into work, and whenever I leave work, I put on unsolicited talk.
Per day.
No, I'm just kidding. I put on unqualified gamers.
There you go.
And then when I don't have that, I listen to other shit. But do you want me to get into my question?
Dude, I've been waiting for your question for like, I don't know how long it's been, 45 minutes?
Hey, Kai, does it say anywhere in there how long we've been talking for? Oh, Kai got a nice little green bubble.
Oh, you got a little green guy.
Yeah. Do you remember, is it Ooze? It was on Sega Genesis. It was a game where you went around as a green blob.
I don't remember that.
I think it was called Ooze. Kai will know. 1 hour, 1 minute, dude. Is how long we've been talking.
Son.
Damn.
Say word. So hit me. Break me off with a little something.
I'll break you off, dude.
Yeah.
Chill out. I'll break you off.
Break me off.
Yeah, this question's going to be, I felt it was difficult.
Okay. Like from a moral standpoint?
Nope. Okay. Just like there's a lot of options.
Okay.
It's almost like the superhero.
Do you mind if I lube up for this?
You're gonna need to. Also, low pro, feel free to jump in at any time if you feel like you got to add anything or say anything, dude.
Or correct one of us.
Yeah, dude, we're both dumb. Correct away, dude.
Hardcore fact checking going on.
Yeah. Fact checked for sure. If you could bring anybody, it could be present day or it could be back to the dawn of time. If you could bring anybody back to life or is currently living to hang out for a weekend, who would it be?
Oh, just to chill with?
Just to
not
chill
for
with.
Like the betterment of humankind. Just to chill with.
Just to chill with. Say what's up.
Shit.
Yeah, dude. Lots of options.
Just to chill with.
Yeah.
So there's a part of me that wants to say that if I could bring anybody back, it has to supersede my own personal enjoyment. And it should be somebody who could change.
Oh, but this is for your personal enjoyment.
But see, that person could change shit, and that in itself could give me personal enjoyment.
Look, I would choose Jesus Christ.
Jesus Cristo.
Jesus Cristo. Can you choose somebody other than the obvious, my boy?
Dude, I think Nikola Tesla deserves to come back.
I don't know who that is.
Dude.
Nikola Tesla?
Kai? Please type something negative about your boy right now.
I don't know who that is. I'm also not good with names, so.
All right. We're not going to go down this rabbit hole right now. If I had to choose one person to bring, then I can only bring her back for a week. Is that what you said?
Weekend.
A weekend.
You're like it's somebody you're going to chill with for a weekend.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
God, if I could bring him back for
That's a good reference, by the way.
It is, by the way.
Reference.
Dude, oh my God.
Think of free electricity.
Yes. That is
Tesla Tower.
Nikola Tesla.
Dude,
the FBI and CIA and everybody took like all of his shit. They pretty much probably killed him. But anyways, so between the aliens and reverse engineering shit and then Nikola Tesla stuff and everything else, so Edison took all the credit for everything Tesla did and all that other shit.
Okay.
Anyways, more of the story. Dude, if I could read one person back, while I'm thinking of it, let's not keep the people waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I need to like let this marinate for a second. You gave this some thought already. Who did you think of?
Yeah, dude. And I told you it was gonna be a tough fucking question.
Yeah,
dude.
because I don't, because this is basically about chilling. It almost sounds
it's about hanging out, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and let the people know.
Yeah.
It would be in his area of choice where I could get the most out of the experience. But I think I would choose Steve Irwin.
Oh, crikey.
Crikey,
yeah.
mate. Yeah, dude,
that's pretty dope.
Yeah, he I'm not big with nature and animals and all that shit, but he knew Sue so much.
He probably knew somebody named Sue throughout the years, I would imagine.
He knew Sue, and he knew so much about nature.
He might have known Charles too.
Nah, he doesn't know Charles, dude. He doesn't know Charles.
Oh God.
But I would choose him because I feel like it would be a weekend worthwhile. I feel like he could get us into wild shit that would be fun. And
it would be way better than like some Steve-O Wild Boy shit though too. Like he would definitely get you into some shit.
That's pain induced, brother.
I'm just saying.
He's gonna get me into wild shit that I'll be educated.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fun,
and he just safe.
And he seems like he's a good fucking dude. You know what I mean?
Good-hearted guy.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
Damn, dude, I don't even know how I would answer that. What is a new Jackass movie releasing in June, by the way? That no comment. Dude, that's a Kai's comment, by the way. Is comment.
All right, new. Tap it
dude,
in.
You heard it here first, dude.
Hey, Kai. Explanation clip. Yeah, thanks.
I honestly, dude, I'm gonna let you and everybody else down. I don't know how to answer that. I really don't.
Yeah. So my first instinct, I'm not gonna lie, when I thought about this question, and I don't know why I thought about it, but I did. Was my grandpa Bill.
Yeah.
Guy knows. Grandma and grandpa, we went there every day after school. Dad would pick us up at 11. They raised us for a majority of our time. And he was the fucking, at least from my perception, the saint of the earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it would be probably a little bit earlier on in his days than what I knew him as. So he could be a little more active, but that was my initial instinct of that. And then I was like, a lot of people are probably going to choose family members, right? People lose family members, and it's easy sentimentally wise to bring them back.
And it's almost out of guilt a little too.
Yeah. And it's so that was my initial choice, but then I was trying to think of something outside the realm of family.
Yeah.
So then I thought of
the first two that popped into my head actually were family. It was my grandpa, the only grandpa I've ever known. And I always have guilted myself that, I should have spent more time with him before he passed. You know what I mean? So it was that popped into my mind. Then it was my wife's grandpa, he was a great man. And he and I clicked the short amount of time I knew him. We clicked, dude. That's a dude's dude. You know what I mean? That's old school, man. He took care of shit, so to be able to bring him back and actually spend some time with him, that'd be pretty fire, dude.
Yeah.
So those are two that I did think of off rip. But trying to think outside of family, it's again, Tesla would have been dope. Obviously Kai, he brought up Jesus Cristo. That's pretty fire too.
It's always that's a good answer. However,
but it's also it's everybody's probably go to as well, which it should be though.
I don't disagree.
But he can come back by himself. He don't need us bringing him
He
back.
don't need us, brother. Yeah, he could come back. I'm not looking for the easy answer, right? That's why I asked the question. Yes, that is the true answer that probably everybody's not everybody, but a lot of people are going to say, and I'm good with that answer. Like,
right.
I also think that that's a great answer. I just am thinking outside of the realm of like, okay, what's the easy answer? What's the family answer? Like, find me somebody that like who you're going to pick and why,
right.
And that's why I picked Steve.
Well, dude, it's a great question, and dude, you can tell by me not being able to answer it. I've never pondered it. I have nothing.
Well,
that comes to mind because it takes. You only get one.
You only get one,
and it's like, dude, what the hell?
You ain't got to answer tonight because we're running out of time.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna need next episode. I'm gonna need an answer.
Actually, I already got what it is.
Just like that.
Just like that. Because not only is it family, but it's like famous family. So I am related to a Hall of Famer, and I think it would be dope as shit to actually throw a ball with the guy. Because, dude, I used to be big into baseball back in the day. That was my shtick. And anyways, I'm related to a guy called Lefty Grove, and he was, if memory serves, like the highest paid player back in the day. And this was even going through like the Great Depression. I think he was making like 130 grand a year or something like that back in like the 20s and 30s, which is wild for baseball of all things. Pitched against Babe Ruth, all them guys, dude.
I did a project on Babe Ruth one time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you also do like one of those volcano things in science class or whatever?
No, dude.
No.
Never
huffed paint thinner in wood shop or anything like that?
Has nothing to do with school.
All right, yeah, you're right. But no, I think that's my pick because I think that'd be pretty fire, dude, to throw a ball with him.
Yeah. All right. I'll take
it. And he's got heat, dude.
I'll take it. Even though it's family, I'll take it.
But it's family, but it's famous family. So you got to go with it.
Right.
Hall of Fame's Hall of Fame, dude. I'm just saying.
Kai said, bring back the guy who made an engine that ran on water.
Dude, yeah.
Before the government ended.
Yeah, they deleted his ass, dude.
What did we call it for a Kai comment?
A Kaimet?
Kaimet? Is that
Kaimet?
What it is?
Yeah.
Kaimet? All right, cool.
Just rewind that shit
said,
like
did you know Ben
minutes.
Beluzio? I don't know if I said that right. Who played for the Cardinals? Nope.
Do not
no
know.
idea.
Hashtag Kaimet.
Hashtag Kaimet. Hell yeah.
It's a thing now.
Books, brother.
Brother.
I also am related to Noah.
As in the Ark?
Yeah, it's got to be, dude.
Gotta be.
It's got to be. You already talked about Jesus Cristo.
Facts.
Yeah.
Are you reading? I seen you in Great Ponder with the finger on the chin.
Great Ponder, yeah. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Not really. It's just Kaimet.
So where's the random ghost guy at?
Dude, he dropped in, said what up, and said,
"Hey,
nah, fuck you."
There's a lot to be said for a stick and move. Just saying.
He said Ben DeLizzo now works for me. Very down to earth for a former pro athlete. All right.
Hey.
I'm all about it, dude.
Fucking fair.
What position is my question?
Can I guess? I think we both have to guess on this.
Go ahead.
Center field.
Well, he said Cardinals. There's a pro team that are the Cardinals too, right?
Mm-hmm.
For football. Or is it just baseball?
I'm pretty sure it was baseball.
I don't know.
You got the itch? You want some ointment?
My foot itch, dude.
Some ointment?
Is that all right? Look, it still itches. He said center field. Guy, I need to know what sport, dude. Fucking little league linebacker. I don't know.
Little league linebacker?
Kai says no idea. Oh, baseball. All right. So you said center field?
I did.
Nah, dude, I'm going to say.
You're going to say left. I can feel it. Say left field.
I'm not. That wasn't what I was going to say.
It was not?
Actually. No.
Okay.
I was going to say catcher.
Because that was my second.
Catcher.
Wait,
you have, when you say no idea to what position he played? Because I'm saying catcher.
Is Kai saying he's a Cardinals noob, or is he calling you a Cardinals noob? Now I'm confused.
Dude, there's so much going on. Kaimet.
Let's take a moment for this small comment break. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, regardless, dude,
he doesn't know what position. All right,
Hey, did you just?
He has all this knowledge of a professional athlete or former working with him, and he hasn't asked any of these follow-up questions. What are we dealing with here?
It's like when you know a guy who knows a guy. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. He called Ray a noob for asking sport when I said the Cardinals. All right.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead. Please do. Get me away from this.
I want honesty.
Yeah, honesty. Always.
So you look at me, the whole oculars and whatnot.
Can I borrow your glasses?
No.
All right. Go ahead.
How are you feeling right now?
Dude, it's good.
The reason I ask, because you forgot about the fucking mic issues, yeah? We're good now.
I didn't.
You've been holding on to it this whole time? Shut the door, dude.
I swear to God. I didn't. But it was easy to let it go. Right? Like it pop in my brain.
Done forgotteth. It's gone by the wayside.
It would pop in my brain, and then I would just
pop up in the brizzy?
In the brizzy for shizzy. My nizzy. All right. Anyways, I would let it go, and then it would pop back up in my brain, my cranium,
in the dome,
and then I let it go again. Yeah, it's been on and off all episode.
Yeah, well,
but
don't let it be.
But it hasn't bothered me to the extent it did the first iteration of this.
Yeah.
You know, Kai's probably going to comment that, like, it's still echoing, and then it's going to fucking piss me off, right?
Well, now he might say it just to piss you off.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So,
but it is
come
what it
correct.
is.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. So, Kai, what do we have for time? Drop that time in there.
I'm something but a number, dog.
Dude, here's the issue. Like, I'm having a really good conversation.
However,
I'm not 116. I'm not trying to put a fucking 2-hour stamp marker in there.
Yeah. No, I get that. So here's the thing.
Ooh,
is we can clickety clack on the mouse.
Don't talk back. Anyways,
and end it, right?
Yeah.
But the convo can keep going. That's fine.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
If we ever get to the point, and I'm thinking about putting this on.
Our longest video is like an hour past where we're at now. Just letting you the fuck know. Sure. Okay.
Easily, and didn't even notice.
Didn't even notice, dude, at all.
I thought for sure we were over our average mark, but not. Well, I thought maybe
this is why we're different, though. We don't just come on here with the fucking pre-planned out fucking scheduled list of fucking clickbait topics we're going to talk about. We're just here to fucking bullshit and have a fucking drizzy.
Yeah,
that's all we're doing.
And hopefully people fucking
And when you bullshit, you ramble on, dude.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah,
and hopefully there's a motherfucker or two having a fucking cocktail right now.
There's got to be one. Whether you're listening to this in
and it may not be in real time, but at some point somebody's gonna be tying one on. The old lady's going in the fucking background. They're like, "What the fuck is this I just stumbled onto? These are my fucking boys, dude."
Yeah.
You know, not that. All the lady folk out there going clickety clack or no shit like that. Don't talk back.
Don't go. Not all of them do that.
Some do.
Some do.
Some do.
Some do. Some don't.
True.
Some dudes do.
Something like
that.
Something like that.
Something like that. But no, this is good. This is good. It's definitely took the edge off for the week that I've been looking forward to. It's not as good as the holiday, but it's good.
So, the holiday, what is the holiday? Is the holiday 100 proof?
100.
100 proof. Yeah. And this is 120. We obviously went way through. We went.
Hold on. Kai's got to go eat. We're at 1 hour and 18. Okay. Carry on.
Are we just gonna. I got to get my fucking calories in update. Is that what happened?
A calorie deficit.
Oh, we in the Defi, bro?
I don't know. I'm just talking good shit.
I'm supposed to be. But dude, I fucked up hard this week. Do you want me to count the ways? It's bad. It's real bad.
You go, I go. I don't need to like. I just want to know what you ate. I don't need like specific numbers.
If I can go to a grocery store like we discussed last episode, with a physical list. I will buy off of said list. I will eat all week off of that list.
Yep.
And feel good about it. I'll save money. It'll be great. If I go grocery shopping without a list, I will impulse grab shit off the fucking racks and into the cart. And then all week long following said grocery shop, I'm just like, yum, 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 just shoving my fucking fat face with whatever I want. And the problem is when I'm just indiscriminately eating like that, am I 500 calories in? Am I 1,200 calories in? Who the fuck knows? You know what I mean? I probably been eating 3,200 calories a day versus 2,300 calories a day that I need for maintenance. You know, let alone the 2,150 that I should be eating for my deficit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case is. Those are just arbitrary numbers I'm throwing out there as an example. But yeah, dude, all fucking week long, dude. I don't. And the stuff that I'm eating isn't really been that bad.
It's not like you're eating bags of chips at a time. It's just
that well, there may have been one or two of those. But it's just that with the other shit that I've been eating, you know, the good shit, the meats, the nuts, the fruit, the whatever, even with not veggies, because you literally could eat until you blew the fuck up with veggies and you couldn't get enough calories in. Like there's just no way. But no, the problem is just and I did do the research on this, by the way, because I know we talked about it in episode 1 or 2 about, let's say you were, you know, overindulged in just protein. Like if you Googled it right now, the first 25 web pages that come up, .govs and everything else in between, yes, your body will take what it can't use and break it down, and a lot of what it breaks it down into will be stored as fat on the body.
Sure.
So even though I'm eating good foods, still the fact that I'm eating copious amounts of said good food is what's ultimately tanking me in the back end.
So there was a study done, and the study was done by a professor. I forget what college.
A professor or a professor? A professor.
I guess it depends on how you...
If you're an ass like me or not?
...pronounce the word, but professor.
A professor. Continue.
Yeah, professor. But anyways, he did a study, and it was for X amount of weeks, and his diet consisted of basically stuff you could get in a gas station, Twinkies, bags of chips, that kind of stuff, right? And he ate in a calorie deficit. And that's all he ate. Like, he didn't eat, like, proteins and stuff. And obviously that has its own side effect of not eating proteins and shit.
Yeah, because you're getting malnutrition, but a deficit's still a deficit.
A deficit's a deficit, and he lost weight. His bad cholesterol went down, and a bunch of other positive facts about his nutrition or his body, like, composition went down from doing said whatever. Right. And it was Twinkies, Doritos, like just whatever he could get for calories. But he stayed, I think his was at 2,300. He sat at 1,800 or something like that. Cut. Right. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up, and I'll have to
again, we're just throwing numbers out. So whatever.
Yeah. But either way, like living off a trash diet, literally a trash diet, and it still cut his weight, still cut his cholesterol, like, so it doesn't necessarily mean you can't have or eat bad meals. It's just living in that calorie deficit.
So I know for a fact, if you got on your whatever platform and started scrolling through, you're gonna find countless videos of yoked cats, dude, with their shirt off, looking lean and ripped, and just sitting there eating fucking pizza and this, that, and the other thing, talking about how you can do these things. Yes, you can. Now the lean yoked guy you see sitting there eating that greasy pizza, he ain't doing that 24/7, bro.
No.
Can he do it for a day here and a day there, or a week here and a week there if he wanted to? For sure.
Yeah.
But he's outworking his nutrition by working out to some extent, but he's also, when he's eating like that, I'm sure eating in a deficit.
Oh, for sure. In a deficit. Yeah.
But as far as like eating nothing but Kit Kats and Twinkies and whatever else, and eating like a complete bag of shit out of a gas station, long term, no, that will probably fucking kill you. You get fucking diabetes or some weird fucked up shit out of it, I'm sure. Diabetes. But no, in the short term, yeah, I mean, it's all about, calories in and calories out. If you are taking in less than your body requires to sustain life, then yes, your body's going to tap into its storages to sustain its life.
Yeah.
That's just facts.
And just pair that with proteins, fats, and carbs,
Mm-hmm.
and you're fucking ready to rock, dude.
Like I said, dude, when I sit back on the old clickety clack and, I do my just rough 1 pound, 1 gram per pound.
When you're scooping your chip.
Whoop, scoop it. Scoop it. No, when I do the whole, 1 gram of protein per pound of, desired body weight, my goal weight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I were to dig in, what do the kids say these days? 10 toes deep or whatever the fuck?
10 toes in.
10 toes in.
Standing 10 toes.
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. So if I dug said 10 toes the fuck in, and actually, so I want to get to 175. I know you're a 200 plus boy, but you're a bigger boy, dude. I'm not looking to be a big guy. I want my relative strength back. I want to look like how I used to look.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm sorry, when I was looking 170-ish, you know what I'm saying? And just like the whole V thing, dude, and looking cut, dude. I'm 1-arm push-ups, doing the muscle ups and all that shit. Like being able to manipulate your body like that, like it's almost a featherweight, is wild. As heavy as you are, could you imagine moving your body like that?
Dude, running. I'm telling you right now, like I fluctuate weight depending on the week, right? But with that being said, when I run, like I feel the difference. There's some days I feel out there and I feel like I'm floating.
Mm-hmm.
There's days out there I'm feeling like, fuck,
feeling heavy in the ass a little bit.
This is fucking hard, dude. It matters. It does matter.
Mm-hmm.
So like, especially when you're doing the calisthenic bullshit that you do, weight matters, and then like obviously relative strength in that area.
What's the shit y'all military boys talk about all the time? It's ounces equal pounds equal pain, or some shit like that. I've heard something like that from somebody. I think Kai told me that or something like that. But anyways, well, the fucking story is the same thing applies to the fucking human body, dude. You know what I mean? Especially when you're talking calisthenics, dude, like every fucking pound matters when you're trying to do that 1-arm push-up or that handstand push-up or that fucking muscle up, whatever it is you're trying to do, or just regular ass pull-ups. Every pound matters. You know what I mean? So if you can shred that much more, that's why with calisthenics you can only get so far with the physique, because you've gotten to a point to where now you have to wear that weighted vest. Yeah. Because you have nothing else to build off of, because heavy lifting is what builds that muscle mass. But if you're only using your body weight, you reach that precipice of you can do no more without carrying outside materials on your person. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. Given I was never that guy, I couldn't do a muscle up with a fucking 30-pound fucking thing on me or no shit like that.
Dude, muscle ups are a fecal bitch. And I know what people are thinking right now.
Fecal means shit.
Fecal. Yeah, it's a shitty bitch, dude. It's a shitty fucking bitch to do muscle ups. I know it's fickle, but I like to use the term fecal because
I'm fickle bitch.
Yeah. Anyways, but you got anything else for the people?
I don't know. Keep your eyes open, keep your asshole tight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Keep it real tight, dude.
Yeah.
Whether you use it or not, keep it tight.
Oh, you should use it pretty regular. You're going to get back the fuck up on the quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. I'm good. So
no, the only thing I guess I could say though, legit, is and I failed at this. So this isn't me just like preaching some shit or whatever, but I need to do this myself, and that is the whole, today is yesterday's tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need to quit saying that, yeah, I'll work out tomorrow. That's what the fuck today is, dude. You've been saying tomorrow every single fucking day.
For sure.
Just fucking do it, dude. That's all I got. Just do it.
There's a dude that I taught. I told him one time, I said, day one or one day. And it is the same realm of what you're talking about, right? Like it can be day one and then like day one moves into day two, or one day is like day one and then you fuck around and then it's one day and then day one starts over.
You know what's funny about day one? The person you aspire to be, the fittest person you see on YouTube, or that action star that you see, everybody's had day one.
Everybody, dude.
Every fucking buddy started with day one.
And if you're tired of day one, you got to move to day two, right? Like, and you got to stop backtracking to get to day one again.
I had so many day ones, bro.
So many day ones. so many day ones.
I got another day one coming up soon.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's good though. It's good. Right. But either way, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, 100%. Appreciate you putting up with the technical difficulties, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, these things happen. We're going to get them rectified.
Maybe.
maybe the fuck not.
I don't know.
Either way, there's still going to be 2 glasses and a fucking bottle sitting here.
Yeah. Regardless, we're still doing our shit.
Yep. 100%.
So if you happen to make it through this episode, I don't know what it fucking sounds like to like close out of this program, pull it up and be like, damn, I did sound like shit.
If this wasn't the cringiest thing you've heard since episode 1.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. YouTube will be posted on there for a full episode. Make sure you search @unsolicited talk podcast. That's the only way you're going to find it right now. It's so new that just searching it regular, it's not going to pop up.
Right.
Spotify, it's still Unsolicited Talk Podcast, as well as clips you can find on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Those are about the 3 I'm only running right now. So if you want to watch us in full length, those are it. If you want to catch us in real time, be able to comment in real time, hit us up on Kick. Kick is where we go live at. So
because we kicking it, bro.
We kicking it. Thinking about going live on YouTube. We'll see how that all meshes together. I don't know. We're just here.
Regardless. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. Take it easy.
Take it easy.